LJN launched the WWF Wrestling Superstars line in 1984. Flash forward 41 years, and what just launched from Mattel? The LJN WWE Superstars line. And it even has Hulk Hogan. That was also in Series 1 of the LJN line. Very, very cool that these are back. Now, it is time to take a look at these and see how these measure up to the originals. We have an original Hulk Hogan from my childhood. We have an original LJN poster. We have an original LJN mint on card figure and an original LJN cut out bio card. And we're going to be comparing everything from top to bottom and seeing if these are legit and on board and on brand with the original LJN Wrestling Superstars. Mattel's WWE Superstars LJN line was shown off at San Diego Comic-Con 2025, and they quickly went up for pre-order on Target.com because these are Target exclusives. And in the set is obviously Hulk Hogan, Dusty Rhodes, Logan Paul, John Cena. Right now, these two have not shipped, but Logan Paul and Hulk Hogan did. And I gotta say, once my Logan Paul shipped, I got excited, so I ordered more, because initially I only ordered one of each. So I ordered 3 more Logan Pauls. This is what I got. 2 standards and 2 black card chases. All right, now, inside are different posters. I'm not really a poster collector, but I am a figure variant collector. And this is a running change. You'll notice that the blue on this Logan Paul is kind of dull. Right? Well, that is the correct color. This vibrant blue that matches the original line. Okay? Today we are not opening Logan Paul because I don't think that's the one everybody's excited about. I think what everybody's excited about is the immortal one, Hulk Hogan. And that's what we're going to focus on today, just to see, for comparison purposes, the quality of these figures. So, I just got in my Hulk Hogan's. I ordered 2. I got 1 standard in the blue, 1 chase in the black. Now, there's a couple variations with these Hulksters. There is also Hulksters on this color blue card. There is also Hulksters on both of these cards, but with tan skin. So it's getting complicated out there, kids, for all these LJN figures. Which ones are you going to get? How are you going to collect them? For me, I think I'm going to collect them mint on card and loose. But for research purposes, we are going to open up this blue card Hulk Hogan because I believe that's probably going to be the standard. We're going to compare it to my childhood Hulk Hogan, which has definitely seen better days. All right, this thing has bodies on it. And then we're going to compare the carding to an original LJN. I got a special delivery Jones here. We're going to compare the posters in size to the original posters. And I even have a bio card that we are going to compare to the new bio cards. And the exciting thing about this is that the Mattel team are big fans of the WWF LJN line. So they tried to keep this as true to form as possible. We're going to take this black card away because we're not comparing it to another black card. We're comparing these figures to a standard. Now, obviously, it's not going to be perfect, but they clearly did their best. You'll notice that the carding is pretty much exact. It is slightly bigger than that of an original LJN. If you believe that, you can see it's slightly taller. However, they kept the WWE logo at the top. They kept the logo of WWE Superstars very similar. They even have the same image of the Hulkster twisting the arm of Big John Studd right there on the backing card. We have the sticker here. However, this is a true sticker. This is just printed on the carding. They have a poster inside. However, this is a smaller poster box. This is much larger. I would say it's about 3 times the depth. The cards, the bubbles are massive. It's insane. Got the LJN logo there. All right. I would say that this new one is not as vibrant as the original LJN logo. Turning them over, and there is the backing cards. So you'll notice they tried to keep it pretty close to the actual thing. I mean, we've got the proof of purchase on there, which was unnecessary because we know that they're never going to use them. It says collect them all. We've got the logos, the barcode, everything. The placement is pretty close, right? Here's the Hulkster. Here's Special Delivery Jones bio card. Then we have the roster, which is pretty cool. Series 1, Hulk Hogan, Dusty, Logan, and John Cena. Then there's obviously a much larger roster by the time this came out in 1986. And then over here, we have the legal information, which is obviously much larger than that of this because there's a lot more that goes into toy making now in 2025. But we're not here to talk about packaging. You guys want to see the figure, so we're going to open this bad boy up. Kind of unique because this is not a bubble on a card. It is a bubble between two cards that kind of fold over gatefold style. So we're going to open this up and really see what this is all about. I'm very excited. My first time opening one of these, and it seems pretty difficult. I don't even know how you open this. Having some trouble. There we go. So it pulls like that. There we go. Man. Now, I saw some people wondering why they did this, and you can see I ripped the bio card, so we're going to have to compare it on another mint on card one. I saw people asking about this, and I would say the reason that they did this was to keep it from falling off the card because these are heavy. That's one thing I didn't mention. The weight of these is massive, absolutely massive. So here is the poster box. It slices on the side so you can open it up. And the poster is rolled up inside as it should be. And here is the man, the myth, the legend, Hulk Hogan. Wow. This is insane. So they feel identical in weight. I would say the new ones are not as flexible feeling as the originals. However, this is a more authentic flesh tone, whereas this is more of like a peachy color tone. And I never really noticed until we had these side by side. The pose is exact, the figure is exact, right? Except there are some slight changes, like the lifts in the boots, the feet being slightly larger, which I'll show you side by side. So his feet are slightly larger. There's more details in the knee pads. As you can see, there's like this cut right here on the side. So this isn't just they took an LJN and then reproduced it. There is definitely some molding going on here. There is definitely some skilled work to improve these and make these a more modern collectible. We're going to take off the belts. Gotta be careful with this one because it is an original. And as you can see, we've got the same abs, the same pecs, the serratus on the side, and the paint apps are obviously much better than that of the original LJNs. And when I bring them close and you look at the head sculpts, you can see that the new one is definitely better. As far as sculpting, you can see more details in the face. Even the mustache has way more going on. All right, side by side, they are the exact same size, as they should be. Actually, when I put them this way, they are not the same size. So the feet make a big difference in the height of the actual figure, which is pretty impressive. One thing I'll say, stands way better than that of an original LJN. You know, you kind of got to force them into position, but this one, he stood right up. Love that. We have the belts here, and as you can see, they have the Mattel 2025 imprint information on them, which is pretty cool. And on this one, no imprint information, but super floppy, which sometimes I like for my figure belts. This one is a little bit more stiff. Overall, though, the sculpting looks almost identical. Almost identical. However, the new one, the gold, it just pops better, right? This one's all oxidized and green now. The length of the belt looks to be exact. We're going to put them side by side. Oh, they're not. The old one was actually longer. Look at that. Longer and larger. Interesting. So, we'll come back to those figures in a second. What I want to take a look at, I wish I cut out this bio card because I really did want it. Right there. You will notice that the bio card is a little bit smaller than that of an original. However, I do believe that these varied in size based on if it was from a 2-pack, based on if it was from a different series. So there are different variations in the size of these bio cards. But as you can see here, we have a Brutus the Barber Beefcake side by side with this Hogan, and they look great. I feel like if you cut this out and had this in a deck of these bio cards, you'd need somebody to really take a second glance and notice that they were from a different line. So what I'm saying is Mattel did a great job recreating all of the elements of these LJN figures. But now we're going to take a look at this poster. We're going to put these off to the side. We're going to open up the poster. Looks like it opens right here. All right. We're going to slide it out. And we have an Outback Jack here that I've had forever. And believe it or not, I have kept this Outback Jack in my high school yearbook since my senior year. I graduated in 2006. So that is 19 years this thing has been in a huge textbook size book to flatten it out with other books on top of it, and it's still floppy. So that's some insanity. But let's measure it first. So right across. So this is, looks to be 7.5 inches. Seven and a half inches by 12 inches. Almost exact. All right. 7 by 12. Now let's open up this Hogan. Wow. What a blast from the past. Now, I didn't measure it yet, but it does appear to be smaller in width. Maybe not height, but let's see. I could be wrong. And I am not wrong. It is 6.5 inches as opposed to the 7.25 I think it was for the other one. I think I said 7.5, but I meant 7.25. Yeah, it's a little bit, it's between 7.5 and 7.25 inches. So significantly smaller in width. But let's see how it does in depth and in length, I mean. So let's put this over there. Have Hulk help me by holding it down. All right. So it's the same length. So instead of 7.5 by 12, it's 6.5 by 12. Now, you heard me talk about chase variants of the posters. There's a couple different ones. So this is the standard poster. The chase variant poster is going to have pretty much everything the same, except Hulk Hogan's name is in a slightly different place. And then it has the Coliseum collection background on here. So like Steve Ozer, Bill McKenna in the background here, more modern one. And then the ultra rare, or I say that's the chase poster. The rare poster is that, but instead of a blue background, it's black. So very, very cool, man. I love this. And I love that they kept everything true to the originals, right? And they did focus on getting Hogan's knee pads right, flat in the front, and then obviously a different material on the sides. They kept that there. That's what this little break in his knee pads for. Wow. Absolutely insane that in 2025, I am opening a brand new LJN. Now, on to the true test that somebody asked me specifically. They said, do they smell like real LJNs? No. No, they actually kind of smell horrible. Yeah, it's not my favorite smell. Does not bring me back to the originals. Because the original still has that that smell to it, man, that original rubbery smell. And obviously these aren't made of the exact same material because we have made advancements in toy production, but we always strive for that feeling when we were a kid, right? And pulling it out and really seeing it all. However, I just noticed something. All right, I just noticed something, guys. So, one thing we know about LJNs, these were one singular mold, right? One singular mold all the way around. One piece, one shot, you only get it. These, after I just turned this around to sniff it, I noticed a little bit of glue here. And I realized this is a two-part figure very similar to that of a big rubber guy. So the torso from the trunks up is its own mold, and then from the top of the trunks down to the feet is its own separate mold. So this is a two-mold piece. I will bring it close to the camera for you to see. This is the separation in the figure. Wow. Very cool. Very cool. What a time to be alive, guys. LJNs are back, and my question for you is, are you buying in? And how are you buying in? Because I think they got me. I think they got me hook, line, and sinker. I am going to be picking up one of each card variant and then also having one loose. So here I am, a fool to the game. I am definitely all in. They got me. These things brought back the feels, and honestly, that's what we get into collecting for, right? The feels, and that's what this did, man. Love it. Thank you, Mattel, for breathing life back into our childhoods as grown men. So comment below. Let me know, are you buying into this line? Are you going to be getting mint on card, loose? Are you going to be getting both versions if you're getting mint on card? Are you going to be chasing down all three posters? Personally, I'm not chasing down all three posters. That would mean I have to keep opening the figures. I don't really care about the posters. I think they're a cool display piece if you like figure out a way to display this behind the figure. But I am getting one of each card variant and one to keep loose. So very, very cool. Thank you, Mattel. Hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeel. Twitter is at TheFigHeel. Pick up the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia. Available now on Amazon.com. Buy a shirt over at heelbrand.com and help support the channel. We'll see you on the next one, guys. Thank you for joining. Peace. Are you a wrestling figure collector of WWE, Mattel, AEW, Jazzwares, and everything in between? Then you need FigHeel's Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia, the modern edition covering all releases from 2010 to present day. Featuring over 7,000 photos of action figures from the hottest brands, including independent toy makers. Keep track of what you have, want, and need, including loose, mock, and overall collection value. With figure photography by Matthew Goldberg, the Wrestling Figure Encyclopedia is a must-have for collectors. Full-color paperback and hardcover editions available now at heelbooks.com. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at FigHeel. Pick up my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Join my official sponsor, Whatnot, at whatheel.com and receive $15 off your first purchase.